Anyways, this is part two. Yeah, I went live back to back. Part two. Men's Daily Advice and Encouragement channel. This is the Men's Daily Advice and Encouragement channel. Part two. MGTOW Walk and Rant. We're going more on dating sites as far as international dating sites and global health insurance for men. Okay? I want to kind of focus more on that, kind of deep dive into that a little bit more because I think those two topics are very interesting topics, though. We're going to dive more into international dating sites and apps, how to handle them, what to do, what not to do, and also global health insurance. Global health insurance for men, okay? So make sure you guys click that like button. Click the subscribe button too. I really appreciate it too. Also share the video. Take the video. I want you to highlight the link and share it into other fellow MGTOW passport bro groups, things like that. All right. Now, as you guys see, I'm in North Kansas City. It's a little noisy out here, so you guys gonna hear some noise and shit. So, but just bear with me, okay? You know, I go out, do my side hustles, and then bring my ass back to the inner city of Kansas City, Missouri. So, but anyways, though, but this is part two, though. I'm gonna go deeper into the international dating sites, and then also too the not just the international dating sites, but the global health insurance. So what I was saying earlier, man, like I said, on these international dating sites, man, you're gonna understand that women from all over the globe, Philippines, Thailand, Cambodia, Brazil, you know, Colombia, whatever, right? Western Africa, you're gonna see a lot of them on there, all right? They're going to perceive to you that they're interested in having a relationship. They're interested in marriage. They're interested in dating, one-night stands. You're gonna get all of it. But you have to be smart enough and understand yourself. This woman is literally thousands of miles away from you in your first world country, okay? So, let me go ahead and get on over here. All right, so this woman is thousands of miles away, okay? From your first world country, thousands, okay? So you have to understand that if you entertain this woman, right, there are all types of assumptions and red flags that can be concluded from this situation, okay? We're talking about you in the first world country. This woman is thousands of miles away, you know, Brazil, Colombia, or Philippines, for example, okay? In my opinion, if you're getting on that site, man, the only intent you should be on that site for is if you can make what I call an instant meetup. What do I mean by instant meetup? An instant meetup is where you can make the arrangement with this woman while you are boots on the ground in her country, and you can actually meet up with this woman. You can actually meet up with her for coffee, schedule a dinner date, right? Actually go there and meet her in person. Because there's only so much a chick can do for you on the screen. There's only so much you can do for her on the screen. There's only so much, you understand? It's a virtual situation, okay? Because again, like I said before and I said again, long distance relationships, that shit don't work. LDRs, they don't fucking work. They don't, okay? Trust me, man. I've been down the road of not long distance relationships, but getting on them dating sites and the maps, and them chicks will string your ass along. They will. They'll string you along. They'll make you think that they like you, they love you and all that shit, but in reality, man, them hoes probably, man, getting off that damn internet, they got another dude over there, man. They getting off that internet site with you. They got another lesbian chick that giving them dildos and shit. You understand? They getting off that internet, man. So when they get off the phone with you, they going in there to fix their husband dinner, their boyfriend dinner, man. I'm telling you, straight up, they be lying, man. And you can't be stupid enough to actually fall for this shit. You fucking can't, man. You can't be stupid enough to fall for this shit. You have to have an open mind to understand that there is a high probability that this woman that you are meeting online, on the dating sites, on the app, that she is already, and this is how I play it even here in the Matrix, you have to assume that this bitch, there's a high probability this bitch has already got a string or a rotation of dudes that she is involved with, both sexually and non-sexually. It is my opinion, from day one after I took the red pill and I to the red pill wage, it is my opinion, even looking at it from my mother's point of view when she passed away, that it's impossible for one man to accommodate and satisfy one woman. It is very impossible. Okay? It is. All right? I looked at my mother's situation back when I was young, before I even took the red pill. And I always wondered why all these dudes was always around her and she called them all friends. She always had like a guy who took her to the grocery store, a guy who did her painting, you know, that painted around the house, a guy who was a handyman, a guy who actually did the lawn service, right? She had different guys that came and fucked her and had sex with her, right? She had guys she called her boyfriend and still her friend. She had dudes, different dudes for different shit, you understand? And that's just how females operate, man. And you guys gonna have to understand that shit, okay? Now, will there be a female that you could find that could dedicate herself solely to you and go to you for the sole purposes of all the services and all the things and wants she needs and desires? She go to you first, right? Is she out there? Yes, it's possible. You gotta search the world though, man. You gotta search the world, you know? It's not about spitting game. It's not about dicking her down. None of that bullshit. It's not. It's all about you vetting this woman and making sure that she is for you. And you have to vet aggressively. All right? What do I mean by vetting, you guys? And hopefully my boy Carlos was in the chat last time. He's one of my mods, and he stressed it, man. You know, that, hey, when you vet, you got to vet so aggressive, it's crazy. You're going to be getting rid of, listen, overseas, just like here in the Matrix, you're going to get rid of a lot of bitches, man. A lot of headaches. And once you get rid of all of those headaches, then you can go ahead and narrow it down to the women who actually will take you serious versus who you can take serious. You understand? I'm going to say it again. You can narrow it down to the women who's going to take you serious versus the one that you can take serious, okay? So make sure you guys click that like button as you come in. Click the subscribe button as you come in. This is part 2 of the international dating apps and sites, and also the global health insurance that is required and really suggested for first world country guys. So let me go ahead and go to the chat. Chat's starting to fold up. Some person named Kaplan said, greetings to you, Kaplan. Someone named Kite. Hey, Kite, how you doing? How we doing today, UNC? I don't know what UMC means. And he said, have a wonderful day, dog. Thank you so much. Kevin Fantastic. That's a hellified name. Sound like my boy Shaolin Fantastic. He said, Land Pipe, enjoy your day, my man. I sure will, man. I'm in North Kansas City, Missouri, you know, doing my daily walk and running my errands and shit, you know. And, you know, I got to buy my little bit of time while my daughter's in school and shit. So I thought I'd go back on this topic. I said, let me go ahead and go do a part 2 on this show. I want to elaborate more on this show. But yeah, but also too, on those dating sites, you guys got to remember, you're going to meet a lot of these chicks on there too. Make sure you click the like button as you come in too. Click the subscribe button as you come in. Help your boy build those subs up. On those dating sites, you're also going to meet, like I said, romance scams. You're going to have women who have sad sob stories that want you to fork over fucking money. Women who's, if you guys are stupid and you are giving out money and shit, they're taking that money, they're giving it to their husbands, giving it to their family members and shit. A lot of them don't necessarily have your best interest. You understand? A lot of them do not have your best interest, you know? They have their best interest, but all of them don't have your best interest, you know? But I had to really agree with the expats, right? Because one expat, he had a very interesting conversation. He was talking about the dating sites. And when it came to the dating sites, right, and click the like button as you guys come in. guys were wondering, damn, why am I having a hard time with my dating site? Why am I having a hard time with my LDR, man, long distance relationship, right, or whatever, right? And the expat said, man, listen, there was multiple of them. My boy, Big Man in the Philippines, and then there was another guy. His name is Life Beyond the Sea, right? And they made it real. They said, hey, get your ass off those goddamn dating sites. Get off of them. If you're in the States or in the first world country, the United Kingdom, whatever, right? Australia, Canada, get off the dating sites completely. Get the ticket. Once you get the ticket, then you bring your ass to the country first. Once you get in there, you get well suited and booted, get your bags unpacked and all that shit, get your room. Then you get on the dating site, and then you can actually say, okay, now let me go ahead and holler at these women and let me establish the meetup. However, there is an interesting argument on it. Most guys, even the passport bros, right? Remember, there's a difference between the expats and the passport bros, okay? They state this clearly, and it made a lot of sense, that once you go on those dating sites, in most cases, you won't need them. Because when you go to those countries, like in Brazil, right, for example, and parts of the Philippines, you will step out, and if you're a black man or a white man, right, or Hispanic, you're going to stick out like a sore thumb, and they're going to walk up to you and talk to you, and they want to have a conversation. This badass supermodel Filipina chick, though, or Thailand woman, right, she's going to want to go ahead and actually have a conversation with you and want to get to know you because you're different, I mean, come on. You got millions of Filipinos around, your black ass come down that motherfucker. Your light-skinned ass go down. You gonna stick out, man. You gonna stick out, That's just how it is, For real. You in Brazil, which was interesting. I heard this many times in Brazil and Colombia and the Dominican Republic too. Guys said they would get off the plane, walk down there, and these women will walk up to them and start speaking Spanish, and they're like, oh my God, I don't speak Spanish, I speak English. And oh my God, and she will fight. Yes, she will fight her ass off to try to get your attention and try to struggle to speak some English. She will write it down on paper, whip out the fucking goddamn the translator and shit, man, because she's interested. She's interested. It's like when you speak English, man, that shit multiply. It turns their ass on overseas like it's crazy. Like I talked to them on the dating sites, and yeah, that woman's pussy got extra moist, and she could tell in her voice and shit, man. That woman was sending me all types of shit. I had different women online and shit, but I'll tell you like this though, man. They're gonna waste your time, man. They are. Now, are there exceptions? Yeah, but I've seen there's one guy in the Philippines. He actually met his woman over there. He's a vlogger too, and he met his woman over there and everything, and when I guess he gives some pushback, because if guys like myself and other people say, don't worry about this dating site, wait till you get there, he gives pushback because he met his woman on there, so hey, but he's the exception to the rule. You don't see thousands and fucking millions of guys meeting these women on dating sites and they turn into happily fulfilled relationships. That shit doesn't fucking happen. But every time you hear a passport bro, majority of the passport bros and expat, the majority, I'm talking high 90%, they met their woman in person. They met them boots on the ground. I mean, that's just how that shit is, boots on the ground, in person, and they met her with no problem, no problem, wasn't no arguments or anything. And then if they did, and then if the thing didn't work out, it was smooth, and usually it's not like something fucked up like here in the Matrix like it don't work out. Like it's like, well, the language barrier. Okay, there's a language barrier. That's number one. Number two, cultural differences. Number three, I don't know. Probably this person doesn't have good internet or whatever, right? That's the only reason that a lot of that shit doesn't work out, or and then there's some of the extreme measures, but they're not like Matrix extreme. Like for example, this come to find out this bitch just wanted you because you had money. That's like the big number one that they hear. And when you vet her and you're like, I'm sorry, I'm not here to fund you and your family. No, I'm here to date. I'm here to get some pussy, get some ass, or hey, I'm here to find a fulfilling relationship. Or hey, I'm here to find a place to live. You understand? And you have to make that woman understand that shit. You understand? For real. And then, she's still persuading, just kick her to the curb, move to the next or whatever. You got to listen, you still got to keep your same street rules as you would here in the States. Now, remember, again, I've never left out of the motherfucking country. I haven't got my first stamp yet, all right? I have not. However, I will tell you my experience on those goddamn dating sites and what I've seen talking to the expats and these other YouTubers that made, and it was true. You do not, under circumstance, get on these dating sites, try to establish a long distance relationship, and then you turn around and wonder why this shit don't work. It won't work because of the simple fact she is thousands of miles away, man. And you don't know what this bitch is going to do when she get off of there. You understand? You don't know. All right, and listen, do you know how many motherfucking Filipinas I've had that we had the most outstanding conversations ever, and then they just ghosted, right? And usually when they ghost, because they got a rotation of dudes that they not telling you about. They got another bitch that they fucking around with, right? I've had Colombians, right? They get me, like I told you on the first video. They go ahead, they get on there, they give me the sad sobs. They go ahead, we talk terrific online. Transfer your ass over to WhatsApp or Skype. I use WhatsApp, Skype, or Messenger, or Google Meets, don't matter. Once they get your ass on there, then that's when what I call the love bombing and all that shit comes in, right? It's very narcissistic. Narcissists do a lot of bombing, okay? Look up what NPD, narcissistic personality disorder. You'll know what I'm talking about the love bombing. So they'll love bomb you, I love you, hey Poppy, and all this other shit. And then listen, my mom got cancer, my dog's about to die, my grandma fell off the roof and shit, and we need money for that, can you help us or whatever? And you sit up there like, dude, I didn't come on this motherfucking dating site to give out free money. I'm coming out here to date, But please, you're in the United States, you're rich. Bitch, you don't know if I'm rich or not just because I'm here. Don't mean I'm rich. Fuck no. Shit. Now, I got the power of the dollar behind me, but you don't know what other type of financial situations that I got going on. Oh, shit. So, yeah, so you go ahead, man, you hang up the bitch, you block her, man, or whatever. Same thing in Africa. That shit happened to me, man. That is. I had a woman that, I told her right off the gate that I didn't want no kids. I didn't want no kids. I didn't want marriage, right? But I would like to date and just see where it goes, right? See where it goes. It's open-minded. She was 27 and told me right off the gate, well, you should have a kid with me because you're such a good man and you take care of your child and shit, and I said, well, I'm sorry, you're going to have to find a guy that want to have kids and want marriage and want the things you want. You don't push it on a guy that doesn't want it. And what do you think that girl did? Well, I don't give a fuck what you want. You need to go ahead and have my kid and marry me. Click. You sure did. I hung up on that. She was from Ghana, Africa. Ghana. I swear to God. Listen, I hung up on that bitch. I blocked her. I swear to God, I did. I blocked the bitch. She called me up from like 4 or 5 different numbers, okay? But let me back up from the 4 or 5 different numbers. She called me from a second number saying, I'm sad, I'm sorry, like 2 days ago. Can we talk? And I said, listen, the only way we can hold a conversation over the phone, she spoke good English too, is that you maintain good behavior and you do not push the issue of marriage and kids on me. I don't appreciate that. Is that cool? Cool. We got back on the phone. We started off okay. And, asked her how her day is. She said, fine. Then she snapped. I don't understand why you don't want to have kids and get married and everything. You're a good ass man. Click. She snapped. I'm talking 100% black bitch, sister girl voice. You know what I'm talking about. I don't understand, in Ghana, Africa. Yeah, fuck that. That bitch right there went from those 2 numbers to, like I said, another 5 to 7 numbers. I'm telling your ass. I'm not bullshitting about this shit. 5 to 7 phone numbers, okay? Different ones over damn near like a 6-7 month period of time, man, and shit, man. And I had to keep blocking her, man, like for real. So you guys got to be careful with that shit, man, on WhatsApp and shit, I even had some of them will call you from business accounts and shit, business WhatsApp accounts and shit. You're like, why do you got a business WhatsApp account? I use the VPN. Bitch, why don't you just start a regular account? Put some data inside of that shit, or they call them load and shit, and just call, motherfucker. Shit, it's not that deep. Do you have a business? What's the name of your business? They ain't got no damn business. So, let me go to the chat, man. Chat Kevin said laying pipe. Kevin Tantastic said, enjoying your day, man. Yes, the neighbor says, what's up, my nigga? What's going on? I'm trying to figure out, who are you, the neighbor? And then I got Trucker John says, hashtag free Diddy. I don't know, man. Hey, I'm not going to get into politics about Diddy, man. But the topic is today, man, is these dating sites and dating apps, man. Don't be sending these women no goddamn money, especially if you haven't met them, man. They say it all the time. It's true. Do not send them any serious money if you haven't met them. Now, listen, if you had a good conversation with the woman and shit, you know, and everything is fine, I would say, you know, couple months, whatever, then I would say, like, you can send like 20, 30 bucks. That's no big deal, right? But you got idiots out here paying for bitches' college tuition, paying for mortgages, putting them on allowances and shit, and they've never ever met these bitches at all. They never met these foreign women at all. I don't understand it. And then you got, listen, go on YouTube and type in Filipino scam or Colombian scam, man, or Brazilian scam, and you will see this shit. These guys sad, crying, all the money they sent to these bitches and shit gone. They didn't already. There was one guy on Jasper the Philippines channel. He did an interview. Shout out to Jasper in the Philippines. This woman was a single mother. He set up here, built this, took the house they had, rehabbed the whole entire house, man, and shit to its perfect peak, bought a brand new air conditioning and all this shit, right? Finally, he gets over there, and come to find out, right after he gets over there, he tells her, I got to go to the United States. I guess he hid it and everything. So he goes back to the United States for about 10 days, kept trying to contact her. She avoided the phone calls. He contacted the friend. The friend was supposed to contact her, never delivered the message. Something told him to go back over there because she wasn't communicating. What the fuck you think happened? He came over there, and what the fuck this bitch did? Moved the kid's daddy right up in that motherfucker. Sure did. And she had audacity to get mad at him, talking about, I try to call you and shit, right? And he was like, no, he tried to call her. But yeah, in under 10 days, yeah, moved the Philippines. These are in the Philippine kids' dad over there. It's crazy. So that's why a lot of guys say, man, you know, don't date them single mothers over there. Be careful with them, you know, because there's a possibility that bitch can move another Filipino guy in that motherfucker under your ass, right? And she's not going to have any type of remorse for that shit, right? And I guess he kept in contact with her and shit. And when he kept in contact with her and he was like trying to persuade her, well, only thing he's going to do is leave you. And she's like, I'm just observing him. And, you know, and this bitch was in her 20s and shit, man, and 30s and shit. But I've heard a lot of those stories go around. These guys fork over this money, meeting these bitches online and shit, man. And these bitches turn around and do them dirty. Like, I've seen it too many times. Okay? So I'm asking you guys, please, man, be careful on those goddamn dating sites, man. I'm for real. I agree with the expat and the passport bros. Wait till you get there, right? For real, because these bitches will ghost. I've been ghosted. They will string you along, give you the sad sob stories about money. There's a lot of romance scams on there, okay? Women are already married or already in relationships. They won't tell you about it or whatever. And they'll try to hold on to you while entertaining another relationship, and then they'll ghost you. I've seen it, right? I think I've been through it my damn self. Fuck it. Shit. So, anyways, though, let me go ahead and go to the chat. Oh, it's starting to fill up in here, man. Thank you, gentlemen. Let's see. Savage the Punisher, what's going on with you? He said that, or if they're Anakin Skywalker types of moldable clay, they'll try this corny thing called self-improvement while the whore they're dancing and prancing for is taking all the wrestling moves from the back. Yeah, that's a possibility, yeah, for real. While she's sitting up here dick dancing with this other dude and shit, she trying to entertain you on the phone and shit, man. You know, dancing like a motherfucker and shit. And then, but I would never do anything like that. I wouldn't cheat on you. I'm not fucking with anybody like that. I'm not that type of woman. She's that type, y'all. She's that type. Don't let that bitch lie to you. She that type. She is that motherfucking type. We got Steven, Arizona. He said, good string. Fouled you from Rad. I work overseas in my man whore days. Have some funny stories. But many co-workers date foreign women. So many nightmare stories. Yes, and it's true. You're going to have a lot of nightmare stories if you don't vet. And that's why we aggressively stay on this channel. And with the passport bros, too. They say it, man. And the expats, too. They said, man, you got to vet. You want to get rid of a lot of bullshit women, right? Before you narrow down to the few women that you really want to be with and that really want to take you serious, right? And that really want to be with you. And then after that, boom, you just land that one. But I would not recommend staying here in the Matrix in the West because you can't find shit out here. It's too many of them out here are fucked up. Multiple kids by multiple kids' dads, tattoos, piercings out of the ass, goddamn it, and shit. Serious psychological problems. Serious psychological problems. So yeah, but I'm not bullshitting about this, okay? All right. Savage the Punisher says she's getting power drivers, sharpshooters by all sorts of bums, while the man who thinks he's getting a prize when in actuality he's getting the horde gang's leftovers who put their finish on her. Yeah. Put that white pearl necklace and shit on her chest. Sure did. A whole bunch of dudes did that shit, man. For real. But vet, man, you gotta vet carefully, man. For real shit. Especially, man, like I said, now my experience is different because see, like I said, I haven't left overseas yet. I'm still here in the Matrix, okay? I haven't. I just so happen to be a really good ally to Passport Bros and the expats because I listen to a lot of their content because I'm trying to get the fuck out of here. I'd rather listen to those stories, the nightmares and shit, the success stories, so that can better prepare my ass, right? For real. The women online, because I had to discover, listen, the expats, like he said, 90% of them, they all full of shit. I'm telling you. They all full of shit, man. For real, I had some of them that get on there, man. Well, how you doing today, Miss, let's say Filipina? I'm okay. What are you up here? What do you want? What brings you to the site? I'm just bored. Block. Bitch, why are you on a dating site? Because you bored. As a Brazilian girl, though, hey, so what brings you to this site? Well, I need some money. Block. As a Colombian and shit, she don't speak English, so I use the translator. So what brings you to this site? Well, I'm looking for a rich man, or a guy to just bring me from here to the United States so we can start a relationship. Double block that motherfucker. Remember, we do not want women that want to return to our country. No, we want women that want us to come to their country and have zero intentions to come here. They'll visit other countries with us, right? But not coming to this motherfucker. Not the United States. No. Fuck that. Not to live. None of that bullshit. So she can do a virtual business, make money out of this motherfucker, but she cannot come here to live, and we don't want to do that either. We don't recommend it. Okay. But you guys gonna see all that shit. Okay. But anyway, let's get back on the other topic about global international insurance. Okay. Listen, I have to stay on that topic because I've seen guys like Big Man in the Philippines and a few people. He's not the only one, too. I've seen other guys that were like in hospitals, man. And these hospitals overseas will rake up the bills on your ass. And if you do not have the right insurance, they'll rake up the bills on your ass. And before you know it, you got to pay out of pocket for that shit, man, for real. Now, I don't know the consequences is, though, if you can't pay and you are from overseas. I don't know, I'm just going to assume that they'll take you to jail or something. I don't know. Whatever, right? They'll make you fucking, I don't know, do some janitor work. I don't know, okay, to work the money off. But I will say this, that before you leave to that country, it will be in your best interest to have some international health insurance. International health insurance, okay? It'll be in your best interest, okay? Because if you do have an accident, if you do hurt yourself, right? Hurt your leg, hurt your foot, whatever, right? Have a heart attack. You can take your ass right into one of those foreign hospitals, right? You give them your insurance card. They call the insurance phone number, right? And the insurance man can go ahead and handle it for there. They know how to negotiate the fees, right? Because most insurance companies, they're not going to play that shit, I would also recommend, too, make sure you find an insurance company that not only does international insurance, but also to cover pre-existing conditions and then also to your prescriptions, or at least part of it, okay? Think about that. There's a lot of that in there. But I already told you guys, there's Cigna, Geo Blue. Geo Blue is what I really probably suggest you guys go with, right? Okay, and there's another one called IMD insurance. There's a lot of them out there, okay? All right, but you need to decide what is for you. You understand? I know a lot of guys don't like to go to the hospitals, man, but I encourage on this channel, please, you guys, go to your regular doctor's appointments, man. Every 6 months, once a year if possible. If you feel some pain, go. Quit trying to, I'm just going to ride it out or whatever, and then we wake up next to your ass in the domino table and shit, we eating a meal and your ass sitting there dead or damn near dead, man. I don't want to be around. I don't want to be around people who refuse to go to the hospital, but yet they want to hang around me, man. That's just not unhealthy, man. Cause you're not gonna hang out with me and then die on my watch and shit, and then your dumb ass sit up here laughing about it. I've been around ignorant dudes that do that. They laugh about how they not going to the hospital and they think that shit's funny, man, or not going to doctor's visits, man. Dude, take your ass to the hospital for real. And I see that primarily with black men. I'm gonna have to speak on that. Black dudes do not go to the hospital, and the reason I think they don't like going to the hospital and doctor's appointments, I'm gonna throw that out there in the United States, is because we got used to not having insurance, man, and the hospital being so high. So God said, "Fuck it, I might as well just ride it out myself." You understand? All right, we got used to it, but now, Obamacare, and there's like other programs out there where you can actually get on that shit for free, man. And shit, man. Go to your state, man. Go to your state and see, at least get on their insurance first, and then when you get ready to go overseas, then go ahead and call and inquire. I would inquire today before you even go. Call, inquire, get you some quotes, and then see if it fits within your budget and your circumstance. Like I said, a lot of these companies will actually pay for your travel to and from. I've seen some of them where they'll pay for your abandoned ticket. Like if you lost your ticket, they'll pay for your passport or part of your passport, man, or a replacement and shit. Immigration fees. I mean, yeah, all types of just stuff, man. Right? Embassy fees, whatever the situation is, to get you back whole. You understand? All right, but you got to, man, get that global international insurance, man. It doesn't make sense to me for a guy to book a ticket, head overseas, knowing that they have a chronic health condition, right, or pre-existing condition, and not have any health insurance. Now, if you got a country you going to that does not care about any health insurance, only thing you got to show is your passport, or proof of residency. That's a different conversation, because I've heard like parts of Europe and parts of Japan, and then also too, I think it was like the UAE, right? And I think near parts of Saudi Arabia, those countries over there, they don't have insurance. No. All that shit's paid for by taxpayers, which I highly suggest if you could pull it off. I mean, shit, go to a country where it doesn't have insurance, So yeah. But anyway, let me go to the chat here. So we got Savage saying, I dealt with many snow bunnies to know that she's getting passed around by all sorts of Pookie Bears, hitting her with the rock bottom pin, pining her right to the mat. 1, 2, 3. Some have given her the GTS. I mean, yeah, man, shit. Of course, that bitch is getting pounded by somebody out there. Shit, for real. She ain't gonna tell you. She would rather go to hell, to the grave, rather than tell your ass and shit, right? For real. Like I said, But I would say, man, focus on women, man. Like I say, man, focus on women who really want your attention. A woman that really wants your attention, man, that bitch is gonna fucking fight for whatever, man, to keep in communication with you, man. And she's gonna shake as many dudes off as she can. That's just how they roll, man. Now, is it gonna be hard to find them? Yes, it's gonna be pretty hard, but they are out there. You can find that bitch out there, but she's not gonna. I don't think you can find her in the States. No, I disagree with that. No, you can find her in like a traditional ass country and shit though. But even in those traditional countries, right? Don't put these women on pedestals. You got to remember, they got scams out there too. They got crimes out there too. They got guns. They got drugs. And also, the most importantly, they got laws. They got their own laws. So do no dumb shit saying, well, I'm an American and I get to have my freedom of speech or I get my rights. Man, you better not do that shit. They'll take your ass in fucking Mexico or Colombia, man. Them dudes will put all types of burritos up your I'm an American ass. Them dudes ain't fucking around out there, man. For real. You better come to that country humble as hell, man. Shit. You better come there humble. I'm telling you, man. Shit. And then Savage the Punisher said, man, if anyone knows Miss Danny, she says she feels objectified when she's taking many Tombstone power drivers and Sweet Chin music. She wants to talk about men objectifying her. She wouldn't know what objectifying is if she was if she was looking herself in the goddamn mirror, man. For real, that's just how it is, man. These bitches are fucked up out here, man. You know, they fucked up out here, man. For real. That's why I don't like entertaining these guys who get on these panels with these chicks and Christian bros and pastors and plantation bros and argue about why should you stay here, why you shouldn't go overseas and all that shit, man, or whatever. I don't argue with that shit. Maybe you guys might entertain that shit. I don't and I won't. Shit, fuck them. Let them go through high blood pressure, diabetes, and stress and all that shit, man. For real, let them go through it, man. Kevin Samuels had already shown us what these women are about. You understand? So yeah, and just in case, that's why I'm on this topic about international health insurance, because just in case, man, you have a heart attack over there, get stressed because of a female. At least you got the insurance, so you can go to the hospital and get seen, man, and also get your prescriptions. But make sure you guys don't just up and buy it because the price sounds good. No, you get on the phone with these people or video, and you ask these guys the questions. If I get this plan, what else is covered? Do you guys cover pre-existing conditions? Do you guys cover my fucking goddamn passport if it come up stolen, right? What is the amount that you guys can cover me up to? Is it $1 million, $500,000? I mean, what? Is it short-term coverage, long-term coverage? Do I get a discount if I pay in advance? I mean, for real, several months in advance. You want to ask all these questions. If I go into a hospital in the Philippines, is there a 1-800 number that I can give they ass, or international phone number that I can give they ass on WhatsApp or something, Skype or whatever, where if they actually inquire about the bill, who is the person they can speak to? You guys need to be asking those questions. Are you going to mail me a card number in the mail, or to my emails, electronic? I need to know, for real, because you hate to be in that hospital, man, and and you can't come to find out these people can't pay, So yeah, but I say do all that shit while you're here in the States. Do all that shit while you're in the UK. Shit, I just talked to Cigna the other day. Cigna Insurance, and I didn't know they had a division in the United Kingdom, and this guy called me with the British accent, Hello, Mr. GG, how are you doing today? How can we insure you? We want to make sure that you are covered, all right? It is very important to us that I was like, I know, hey, thank you, man. I really appreciate it. Now, he was professional, but, there were some things that he said that didn't really apply to me, so I passed on that insurance, But probably Geo Blue might be for me. I'm going to still shop around for a few others, because I just want you guys, make sure you guys is covered, man, when you get overseas, man. Don't be going over there with no insurance at all, assuming everything is going to be cool. You're just going to live it out or whatever. Make sure you got some type of insurance. Now, if you're a millionaire, right, or a six-figure income, and you got like 6 figures coming in every month and shit, or a couple $1 million a year, and you want to pay these people out of pocket, go right ahead. You ain't even got to get no insurance. But to me, it would be better to have it and not need it rather than need it and not have it. You understand? I'd rather have it and not need it rather than need it and not have it, because I want to make sure my ass is covered, for real. Because I've also, too, heard about some of the Filipinos are starting to do some dumb shit like them Colombians and some of the Brazilian women are doing, and they're starting to poison drinks and shit, though, and because a lot of that scopolamine shit's happening in Colombia and Brazil. Some of it's starting to get over in Asia, where they poison guys, knock them out, and the guy wake up 2-3 days later, boom, all this shit's gone. You understand? So again, I wouldn't recommend this either. Let me throw this out there. If you guys go get a place out there, don't bring that bitch to the place where you got your laptop, your suitcases, your passport, your credit cards, your debit cards your cash No, don't bring that bitch there. Nah, you get you a spot where you already know where it's at, man. Get you a spot, Airbnb, a hotel, right? That's pretty secure. And then you're going to get you another spot where you bring all your bitches at. And what you going to do, this is what I would do, okay? And what you going to do, you're going to bring those bitches there, but you don't bring your ID or none of that shit there. If you're going to bring your ID, bring like a laminated copy of your passport. Laminate that motherfucker and make that copy and put that motherfucker on you. That's your ID. And then bring like a cheap-ass debit card, right? Cheap is a motherfucker, right? Cheap debit card, no cash, right? If you want to, right, bring like, I don't know, $20 worth of they peso, something like that or whatever, right? You know, $20 they peso. So if you in like, I don't know, the Philippines, and $20 they peso is close to like 1,000, man. You know, I mean, not $20 they peso. Let's say $17 US, which is like 1,000 pesos. So you could probably bring like half of that with you. You understand? Or whatever, right? Keep your American dollars, man, away from that bitch until she earns your trust, man. Keep them away. You understand? For real. She needs to earn your trust. If she can't earn your trust, man, she don't need to be with you, you know, for real. And then also, I think it's a red flag too, which I heard about this too, is that whenever guys establish first dates with these women, these chicks be sitting up here trying to bring family members and friends with them, man. If they try to bring a family member or a friend with them on the first date, you need to tell her no, they can't come. And if they gotta come and she insisting, you need to kick her to the curb, man. Hang up on her, kick her to the curb, and move on to the next woman, man. You in another country, man. You amongst beautiful women, more than just her. Shit, hell, for real. I had a single mother and shit. Yeah, I had a single fucking mother in another country and shit, and that bitch ghosted the fuck out of me, disappeared, cut the communication off and shit, and hey, right off the gate, shit, I had to realize there was other women and shit, man. But these are bitches online. Don't do what I did. I'm telling you guys, don't make the mistakes I did. Holler at these bitches online, single mothers and shit like that, you know. Because for me, I said to myself, I'll entertain the single mother overseas, but I won't entertain them in the West. No, I won't, okay? And I'm starting to get to the point to wonder, damn, if I do entertain the single mother, she better be overseas, though, but in person. You understand? In person. Now, I'm even more skeptical of entertaining a single mother overseas because I'm gonna be honest, they still show a lot of the fucked up single mother problems, you know? They will, listen, by far, they will treat you good, but they still got single mother problems. You know what the single mother problem is, huh? The badass kid who's loud as fuck crying in the background and shit. When you try to schedule a goddamn dinner and shit, she gotta go ahead and breastfeed the motherfucker. All right, y'all know what I'm talking about. That little bad motherfucker. I want to watch cartoons. You're always in there with some man. You know what I'm talking about. You know, the little bad motherfucker and shit. I'm just saying though, right? Or the oldest son and shit though. Why you always talking to that dude on the phone, mama? You supposed to be helping me with homework. The little girl and shit though, right? So mama, are you gonna have this guy be my daddy? Because the last 4 guys you had, these guys are supposed to be my daddy too. If this is the last one, is this one gonna be my daddy too? I'm telling you, them kids will put them motherfucking woman's business out there for real. So listen, don't let the woman overseas sell it to you that the single mothers are the best, man. And no, don't let that bitch sell it to you. No, listen, man, you keep it with them as short term. See where it goes, right? If you want to hit it and quit it, that's fine, right? But she has to know as a single mother overseas that you got options, man. You ain't got to deal with it because you got to remember, if her own fucking people over there ain't gonna be with her goddamn ass, right? That should tell you a whole lot right there. If the kid's daddy left her ass, that tells you a whole lot. If she left her kid's dad, that should tell you a whole lot. And last but not least, god damn it, if the bitch didn't grow up with her biological father or the biological father was out of the picture and she got anything negative to say about her, right? Not that I love him, but no, fuck that. But he wasn't in that damn picture and he was gone. These are all red flags you guys got to address to these goddamn single mothers overseas, okay? Focus, if you can, focus on a woman without kids, okay? I did a research the other day. I did some research, okay? And I said, okay, you know, what is the percentage of single mothers that are in the Philippines? I did a Google search on it and also Copilot. And Copilot said that damn near, look at this ratio, about 95% of the women in the Philippines are single mothers with kids. I said, God damn. And 5% of the women, right, we're talking ages like 21 and up, are women without kids at all. They don't have any kids at all. So you got to search through 95% of those women just to find that one woman without kids. And then that one woman without kids, you still got to search through that percentage to make sure she don't want to have kids. These are very powerful percentages, you guys. You guys got to look at this shit. So listen, I did some more research. I said, so which country in Southeast Asia, listen, has the most women who are single without kids. And guess what countries they actually named? You guessed it. South Korea, number one. Number two was Singapore, and number three was like Malaysia. And I think like number four was like China or some shit like that. You know, but China's not considered, I think, Southeast Asia. But what I'm trying to say is that that's how you narrow it down. So if I'm going to search for a woman that doesn't have kids, right? That don't have kids, right? It doesn't make sense for me to search in a country full of women that are single mothers with kids that are the majority percentage, right? And the less percentage are the women without kids, right? If I go to fucking, let's say, South Korea, and damn near 90% of the women are single without kids, right? And 10% of them are single with kids, that's a no-brainer, right? All right? So yeah, that's just what I'm saying, for real. And they got, and cause you know, even the men out there in South Korea said, man, shit, you know, the reason we don't want to have kids because we see it as an expense. You know what? Why should I have to pay for another human being? I was like, wow. Like, you gotta listen to these South Koreans. They for real. Even in Singapore and shit, man, for real. Shit. Cause I talked to a Filipino, that motherfucker had 3 kids and shit, right? And I was like, well, where's your father at? And she was like, well, me and him don't talk. I said, why? Me and him get into it. I said, why? Because I came to him and told him I had a kid and he was pissed off about it. And I'm like, damn, you disobeyed your father? That was a red flag to me. I'm like, damn. So you went out to, so you had a father in your life. Father told you, man, keep your legs closed, don't have no kids. You went and had a father outside of marriage. And then so you left, went back to the kids that had 2 more kids, grand total 3. Yeah, that's fucked up. So that let me know about her. If she's not going to obey the father's orders or take his advice, she's not going to take my advice. You understand? That lets me know that if she's not going to go ahead and heed to her man, her father's instruction, she probably is not going to heed to her boyfriend or her man's instruction. She's going to heed to her own instruction or another woman's instruction. I swear to God. So, but this is how you guys got to vet them, man. You got to vet. I swear to God. Single mothers, women with kids, women without kids, right? You got to vet, man. You know, and even the women without kids, man, you got to see if this bitch got serious psychological issues. You don't know if you're going to wake up 3 o'clock in the morning and shit, and this bitch sitting up here naked with a knife to your throat. I mean, I've had situations like that. I told y'all about that in my other video. I was in Lawrence, Kansas, man. That bitch sat up here, woke up 3 in the morning and shit, naked, sitting in the chair with a knife talking about, what? And it was dark. It was dark. I was butt naked in the bed myself. I said, baby, what's going on? And she was in tears. She just turned around with a slow turn in the office chair. What are you doing here? I was like, oh, shit. Man, I heard I started putting on my boxers and every damn thing. Why the fuck are you in my house? You need to fucking go. I was like, wow. And she didn't tell me, man, that she had these antidepressant pills and shit, man. She didn't tell me this shit, right? Until later on, like a stupid ass, I found out she was taking the pills. And she told me she was running low. And I said up her, well, what type of problems you have? Oh, sometimes I have an anxiety, but it's no big deal. And I had to learn the hard way. Yeah, it's the big deal. And she ran out of those damn pills. And yeah, she snapped on my motherfucking ass. She snapped on me. Listen, I had to run my ass out of that motherfucking house. All types of shit. I had to calm her down to get her to take my ass home. I didn't have my transportation. And then after that, that bitch took me back. She was yelling at me through the whole way. I should pull this car over right now. Fuck you, motherfucker. Man, I had to shut up. I had to humble myself. I got to Missouri. And I said, bitch, shut the fuck up. Bitch, you deserve to die. Don't you talk to me. I said, shut your stupid ass up, you fucking fat bitch. You know, I'm glad everybody fucking left your stupid ass. And I went in. I'll never forget that shit. She started crying out, humble that shit. I said, bitch, we about to die. Give me that steering wheel. She said, no. We was on the highway and she was about to ram our ass off that damn bridge. I wasn't about to do that shit. Oh my God, I had some crazy bitches in my day, y'all. I had some crazy Matrix bitches. Click that like button as you come in. Click that subscribe button, y'all. So yeah, I had my crazies. I'm telling you, I had my nutty bitches, man. That's what I'm saying. So vet the women without kids too. That man, them bitches can be crazy. Listen, don't be blinded by the beauty or the booty. Do not be blinded by the beauty or the booty. I'm telling you. Do not be blinded. I'm telling your ass, all right? We got my boy Savage in here, man. He is fucking lighting it up in the chat. Let me see. He says, if I can imagine an alt-right American dude, probably a Trumper, going to Mexico and saying he's an American, it is God's given right and nobody hears from him. Well, yeah, true. Shit. And it said, okay, he made a message that was retracted. Savage said, every single mother I've ever come across on Puerto Rican mothers, right? Remember, Puerto Rico's part of the Matrix too. Mother's grave has given me nothing but hell and attitude and a whole bunch of shit. I avoid them like COVID and the plague. Savage, man, go ahead. You need to write that book. You need to write that book, man, of how to avoid problematic bitches. You need to just go ahead, quit playing, Sap. Go ahead, write that book called How to Avoid Problematic Bitches and How to Vet Appropriately. That book will sell. That book will sell. Put that shit on Amazon. That shit will sell. We got Jack. Jack said, brother, I feel your pain. My BM before our child passed has undiagnosed bipolar, and I fucked, and it fucked our lives up. Hey, listen. He said I had to. Listen, I'm not lying. They won't listen. They do it in the Philippines too. All right, they got a method called I want to wait till he fall in love with me, get sprung off the pussy, so I can go ahead and sprung up all of my fucked up, dirty ass problems that I know he won't accept me for. And now he fell in love with me, I can put the problems on his ass. And now he loving me, I know he ain't going nowhere. Listen, this is what I learned from Sandman. What you do is when they tell you you love them, listen, this is what you do. You don't love them, okay? Keep your feelings in your pocket. Let's do. Sandman said, what you do is you tell the woman, when she tell you love her, tell her you love her, right? Just tell her. And then what you're gonna do is you're gonna sit back and see how this bitch is gonna metamorphosize, how this bitch is gonna change before your eyes. So when she changes, you wanna check and see what her behavior is and how things are gonna change, right? And then once you start seeing the changes of red flags, right? Then you go ahead and leave. Then she gonna say, hold up, I thought you loved me, or whatever, right? And you just tell her, no, I just wanted to see what happened. That's all. I just wanted to see what you was gonna do. That's all. And you also tell the bitch too, yeah, I love you, but I'ma love your ass from a fucking distance. Shit, get the fuck out of Dodge. Go get the fuck out of Dodge, y'all. Don't be sitting out here, man, listening to these goddamn sick ass women with psychological problems. A lot of these guys out here are so dumb, they think that's the only thing they can settle for. Is a crazy bitch with serious psychological problems. Serious psychological problems, man. And they won't tell you about it. Man, they'll go to the grave with that shit. Before that bitch tell you that, hey, I'm a schizophrenic motherfucker. I take these pills. I'm supposed to take them 3 times a day, to stop me from being depressed and shit. Or I got my ass beat by my kid's dad, but I've seen women who got their ass beat by their kid's dad. And I said, well, damn, are you seeking counseling? No, I'm fine. I got my family and I should be cool. These are red flags. When they not going to counseling, therapy, stay away from that shit, man, for real. Shit. They want a guy who is sane to deal with their ass. No, they need an insane motherfucker to be with, someone who's insane. Now, listen, if they are hit it and quit it, that's all you do. Because the crazy motherfucking bitches, they got the best sex in the goddamn galaxy. Let me tell you, that bitch would do the most nastiest, disgusting shit ever, man. Have you want to damn near fucking snatch her up for real in a relationship or marry her? She will. But you have to realize this bitch is a built-in problem. All right? She is a problem built in, and you cannot save her. Okay? All right? You can't. Okay? No matter how many dudes she been with, no matter how many therapists she been with, it don't matter, you know. Me, listen, I'll level with you. The woman who's currently going to therapy, taking her medication, right? She has more hope into being half-ass normal than the bitch who hasn't went at all and doesn't accept responsibility and accountability and admit that, hey, I'm the problem, you know, or I've destroyed my relationships, or because of what I've done, I fucked up our relationship. I have more faith in her ass than a bitch that's not going at all. You know, I have lots of faith in her ass than a bitch that's not going at all. Okay, all right, because at least she's trying. At least she's making the effort. Okay, all right. And then also too, I lose faith in the bitch that's been in counseling for like 10, 20 years, and she just going just to be going, but she's not getting the results she wants. You know what I mean? Kevin Samuels was doing. Kevin Samuels had a video about that shit. He did. Bitch was sitting up here, man, crazy motherfucker. Crazy as fuck. Sat up here, man, and she was just a crazy motherfucker. Let's just put it that way, man. I ain't gonna keep on going in that shit. But yeah, she was a crazy another motherfucker, man. I'm just saying. But anyway, you guys, though, I'm gonna go ahead and get off here, man, very shortly, man. This is the Men's Daily Advice and Encouragement channel. Men's Daily Advice and Encouragement channel. This is the part 2 of this, all right? Part 2 of this, all right? You know, of the international dating sites and also global health insurance. So let's make sure we're clear on this. Make sure when it comes to international dating sites, man, don't take them seriously if you're in the States, man. Make sure you wait and see them in person, man. Meet them bitches in person, man. Wait till you get down there. Then you go ahead and open up the dating sites, man. It's not going to work, man, if you sitting up here in the Matrix and shit, or in your first world country, the UK or Canada or Australia, and you trying to work out a long distance relationship, and then you sitting up here calling on the phone and shit. Are you fucking around with somebody else? Are you? She can easily say, no, I would never do that. But that bitch, so when she got the phone with you, man, her dude sitting next to her, the other dude or dudes, she probably about to get the train ran on her. Got about 3-4 dudes, got another bitch she fucking with, all types of shit. You understand? These bitches hold that shit in secret, man, or whatever, right? But let that same bitch find out, which is my favorite, that you go ahead and you touch down out there, right? And my favorite thing, which I heard from expats, is that when she finds out you there and you start fucking with other bitches and shit, and you done forgot about her because there's bitches out here that look better than her, finer than her, treat you better, yeah, that a bitch, yeah, she'll be sick for real. Because in her mind, a lot of bitches' mind, they figure they get to do their thing, right? What they do and hide it from you, but you cannot do your thing and have sex with other women and have a great ass time. Because in their mind, they can do their thing and have sex with other men, but you can't do your own thing, and you got to be all to them, nobody else. No other Filipino, no other Colombian, no other Brazilian, no Cambodian. You can't, man. That's just how the bitches roll, you know. They roll off of selfishness and greed, man. They don't know how to roll off of understanding, man. Selfishness and greed, shit. That's just how that shit is, man, for real. But like I said, man, you go overseas, you got better options, man. You got better options than here in the Matrix. Way better options, man. Shit, you know, for real. I was laughing at this psychologist who was online on YouTube talking about when he was saying a lot of bullshit about passport bros and shit, and thought they were incels who couldn't get sex and all this shit. And he went to fucking Japan, right? And he got humbled like a motherfucker. Humbled the shit out of his ass. Go look this up. Psychologist who went to Japan and got humbled. And he apologized to all the passport bros. Apologized. Yeah, went out there, man, the women out there bowing to him. They're smiling, they're happy. I mean, all that shit, you know what I mean? All that shit, you know? They bowing to the guy, fix some good foods and shit, and smiling every time they see him and shit. And he said, man, every time he walked around and seen, like, the clothing stores, there was no double XL or triple XL overweight stores for big fat ass bitches out there, man. That shit don't exist out there. I think, like, a lot of those chicks, man, out there, I think they had like a size 6 or a size 7, man, store. The average weight out there was like crazy, you know. Nothing over that shit, man. Nothing over it, man. Like, it was impressive, you know. So that's something that you guys want to process and shit and kind of think about. You understand? So, but anyways, you guys, I appreciate you guys coming to the stream on part 2 and everything. Make sure you guys be careful on those goddamn dating apps and shit, man. Vet the fuck out these women too. Cut them off at the white meat, man. Cut the communication off with them. And those bitches are ghosting you, yeah, cut the communication off with them. Go to the next bitch. For real. Shit, that's just how I roll, man. Shit. Because if she's ghosting, you know, she's asking for money, man, she's basically telling you right there, I want you to be with another woman. That's basically what she's saying. Whenever she ghosting, asking for money, giving you sad sob stories, she's telling you, I want you to be with another woman. I don't want to be with you for real. I want you to be with another woman. You need to have that shit tattooed in your head. I want you to be with another woman. You understand? I'm not good enough for you. When she says any of that shit, these are red flags, you guys, right? You have to look at that shit. Inconsistent communication, ghosting, disappearing, sad sob stories and shit. My family needs some money. I mean, all that shit, man. You guys got to take all that shit in consideration, okay? All right? Okay? All right? For real, man. This shit's for real, man. You know? And then also, too, jealousy, too. That's a big one, too. You don't want no jealous ass bitch, man. She fucking, like, unhealthily jealous, man, and shit. That shit's not cool, man. Who want to deal with a paranoid bitch, man, and shit all the time, who's always questioning you, you know? Where you going? What bitch you with today, you know? You just got off the phone with her, you know? You don't want to deal with all this shit, man, for real. If you wanted to deal with all this shit, you come back to the Matrix and deal with land whales, hippos, and bitches with shitloads of tattoos, piercings. They got daddy issues, didn't grow up with 2-parent households, you know? So, but anyways, you guys, click the like button as you guys exit, man. Click the subscribe button too as you guys exit. This is the Men's Daily Advice and Encouragement channel. I appreciate you guys coming to part 2. I'm about to sign off here. I hope all goes well for you guys. Take it easy. Make sure you take your daily dose of red pills, man. Take your pills, man, for real. Don't ignore them, man. Female nature is across the globe, man, for real. But for us, it's all about being able to have better options and not selling for the options that we have access to in our own country. And also the access to online, because remember, 90% of those bitches are scammers online, man. And I just don't want you guys to be in that shit, okay? All right? And make sure, too, most importantly, get your international global health insurance. If you're an expat or a global traveler, before you leave, you need to have that shit, man. All right? All right. Until then, I'll talk to you soon. Take it easy. Mr. GG, I'm out. Peace.